All right, that drag racing was cool. If you haven't seen that episode, go check it out. But Ken has something new for us today.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot of snow now in the backcountry, and it's spring, so it's all quite slushy. But I just got a call from my buddy Gunny, and he works for a company called Powder that owns a bunch of ski resorts. And he offered us to go play with this thing in the Boreal snowboard park, which right now is built up to be a special park called the Peace Park. It's a park that Danny Davis, legendary pro snowboarder, designs and builds every year. And we get to go take this and play in it. So the basis of this setup right here is a Can-Am Maverick X3 XRS. The addition that we have here, obviously track system, is called the Apache Tracks. Let's get this thing loaded up. We have a special new carrier for it on the F450.
Yeah, thanks to our friends at Ramp Tech, they've designed this amazing. This is actually really for like a 4-seat UTV, but it's gonna fit that.
Load this thing up and go to Tahoe. So Boreal is in the northwestern part of the Lake Tahoe area. Very nice little ski resort. So let's get loaded up and go play.
It's so good!
Perfect.
So not only is this a prototype, but I can guarantee you this is the only time that anybody's ever put an Apache Tracked X3 on a 450. We love our trucks. All right, next stop, Boreal Mountain, California. Hey Ken, where the heck are we right now?
We are at Boreal Mountain Resort in Lake Tahoe, California. And as you can see, there's a Woodward right here.
There's also a lot of snow here, man.
Yeah, it's springtime and it's melting fast, but we get to go play on that park. And the rad thing is, this park is designed by Danny Davis. We get to hang out and ride with him today.
Oh man, this snow looks so good.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
This is a tough looking rig. What is that thing? How's it?
What's up, man?
Good to see ya. Wow.
Stoked to actually finally meet you.
Yeah.
Gunny. We have two people here. One's Gunny, longtime friend of mine. Works for Powder Corp, owns Boreal, Snowbird. What else?
All the Woodwards.
All the Woodwards. What other mountains?
Mount Bachelor, Copper Mountain in Colorado. We've got Killington out in Vermont. Obviously, this is Boreal right here. Soda Springs, Eldora, Lee Canyon. Kind of regionally scattered around the country. All the coolest.
And Powder obviously owns all of Woodwards. And so there's a Woodward here. There's a Woodward being built in Park City. The main original Woodward, which is 50 years old now.
50 years this coming
year. And that's
in
Pennsylvania.
So Woodward, Pennsylvania was the original Woodward.
Yeah.
And it was a skate, BMX, gymnastics, training camp, really.
Yeah.
That has now evolved into an entire brand of youth, action sports, empowerment, next generation, mega fun. And this Woodward Tahoe is about 8 years old. It's an indoor-outdoor experience. We've got skate stuff, we've got BMX, mountain bike, scooter, lots of snow stuff, and rock climbing. But most importantly, we've got this incredible park that was beefed up after this incredible season. Tahoe got like 30 feet of snow in the month of February.
That's insane.
And this place has been reeling under the immense snowfall from the season. And so we thought, if we're gonna build Danny and a group of his friends who are the best snowboarders in the world this unbelievable playground, this is the spot to do it.
How long's the mountain been closed?
Well, we've been closed here about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But we reopened for one day on Cinco de Mayo to let Danny share Peace Park with the world, which historically has been a closed event.
Yeah.
We reopened it to the public on Sunday, and now it's sort of 2 days after the event, everything's melting out. We decided, what better place to have you come check this thing out than one of the most innovative parks ever been built.
And then Danny, of course, legendary snowboarder, 2-time X Game gold medalist.
Yes, sir.
Along with countless other wins and medals, and Olympian.
Olympian, really like contests, you know, are a rad part of snowboarding, but like this stuff, riding with your friends, experimenting, riding new stuff, that's kind of like...
Yeah, but also what I like about Danny though too is that not only is he a contest guy, but he's one of the most creative contest guys. It isn't only about spin to win. You've done things in some of the most stylish ways, and that's something I truly appreciate. Because I come from skateboarding, so seeing people that put more emphasis on style is something that's really important to me, and that's why I've always appreciated how you've approached things, especially the pipe.
Well, thank you.
You guys had a contest this past week.
We had a contest this past week, and it was not really, you know, it was a pretty loose contest. Like, we had certain zones that we were kind of sessioning. The triple jump line that you'll see was one session, the hip was one session, the half park was one session, and then the bank slalom was a session.
So it was all filmed, right? It wasn't live or anything.
No,
so
it was
that's all going to
filmed.
come out this fall, right?
Yep. And we've been like leaking stuff out throughout the week, but we'll be on ABC's World of X, and then we'll do another like webisode series with Outside, I think.
So it's great to be here because what you guys have done with Peace Park is taking parks and pipe and combine them in really fun and creative and different ways.
Totally.
And that's super rad to me.
When you look at like skate parks and even like BMX, motocross, all that stuff, that's all influenced this.
And so for us to get to bring this thing out to this guy's rad park, thanks to Gunny, super rad. Real quick, Boreal. So it's rad that Powder owns Boreal, but Boreal also has a kind of a unique history in snowboarding.
And I think especially with the Peace Park event, so when Danny and I started really thinking about what's the next evolution of Woodward Peace Park, and it's bringing it to the people, it's doing creative stuff, what better place to do it than Boreal, because it's got such a place in freestyle snowboarding history. I mean, it kind of all began here. Terry Kidwell, Bud Fawcett shooting the amazing photos, Noah Selaznick, all these huge icons that just really started off everything that we've been building, and guys like Danny have been riding. Always influenced and started here. And so we thought, let's bring it back here and bring the vibe to Tahoe.
Well, it's also funny too, a lot of people don't remember that like snowboarding used to not be allowed at ski resorts.
Oh yeah.
But Boreal was one of the first places that allowed snowboarding. So that's a cool part of history, and cool that you guys have this park here now.
We're closed for the season. Right now this is totally private and exclusive for you two guys to go bananas and see what you can figure out between what Danny does on a snowboard and what Ken can do in this insane vehicle.
Sweet.
Ken spotted the dog. No mountains complete without a dog.
Yep.
All right, so there you go. Gunny had the keys, Danny had the inspiration, Ken has the Can-Am.
Yeah, now we get to go play. So thanks for having us. Can't wait.
Let's get on snow. This zone's probably a good zone to warm up.
Yeah.
Like we could just you could get it ripping, get a feel for like whatever, and I could get a couple runs in, and then maybe we come over here.
Yeah, this is what looks interesting.
This looks super fun, and I, like we were saying earlier, maybe like I hit this, you come under here, and then I'll do there, and then and I think you could maybe catch some air just off like the knuckle. So we could do some stuff in here, wall ride, you could drive up that. This thing, I was thinking we could maybe do an air here, and you could do some fat turn with it or something.
Yep. I think it's time for us to finally go adventure around. So do a little scouting.
Good luck, boys.
Live right here.
like the hand plan idea?
Yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah, hand plan would be sick. We could probably do it on that quarter for sure.
All right, top of Boreal Mountain. Danny's getting ready to jump in. Hey Ken, what's your plan?
Seeing things in photos compared to seeing in real life is totally different. So a lot of possibilities here though, but got to figure out what's safe with this thing, and then what Danny and I can do together. So we're gonna do some coordinated, some fun stuff, and then I'm gonna figure out some jumps by myself and a little road gap. So good times.
All right, here we go. Take one. Way bigger in person, everyone.
That's pretty rad.
Gunny, how does it feel to witness such destruction to something that was so beautiful?
I'm glad it's Ken destroying it. Let's put it that way. We built this work of art, and part of the art is tearing it down.
For everyone. Peace Park is for everyone, even the hoonigan himself.
What a day, Boreal. Ken had no incidents whatsoever. Danny Davis rode extremely clean. How was your day, gentlemen?
Killer.
I'm just glad I didn't run him over.
There's a couple moments. There's a couple moments.
No, that was amazing. The park's
was so
amazing.
fun.
Thank you, Boreal and Woodward. Thank you, Gunny.
Thank you, Can-Am.
Yeah, thank you, Can-Am.
I feel like you only scratched the surface too.
Yeah.
Like,
Thanks very much.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
That was fun. Impressive.
So I hope you enjoyed that episode. But for the next episode, we're doing something fairly different, fairly special. We just realized that Gymkhana 5 has eclipsed 100 million views, which is insane. So we're going to do a whole episode about Gymkhana 5, but with your questions. So comment below with questions that you have about Gymkhana 5, and I'm going to take the top 10 announce who's ever got these best questions, and I'm going to answer each one of those top 10 questions. So comment below. Next episode, Gymkhana 5. Thank you again for the 100 million views. Later.
Why don't you show us what you're looking at down there?
Just like a nice 22-foot tall pipe with the tracks right on the edge. GoPro on my head. It's a nice view.